Well, he said, yo ho, yo ho, get her tweedle deedle deedle dee, tweedle deedle deedle dee. Assuming makes an ass of you and me. He said, yo ho, yo ho, tweedle deedle deedle dee, tweedle deedle deedle dee. Assuming makes an ass of you and me.
The way you treated me too many times before. Don't you know you love them, baby, too? Oh, you know I want you there, I wanna be right there with you. I know I gotta keep you by my side today I've died. 'Cause baby, ecstasy is in my hand. Oh, when I'm holding yours in mine and walking in the sand. Oh, baby, you know it's fine. Oh, now you done and piss me off. You ain't done something you shouldn't have done. Baby, I'm mad. I'm going on. Oh, I'm going on. I can't take it no more.
howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Lost Begotten Fish Tank. I don't know. It's the closest thing I had to funny. I had funny a little while ago while I was on the toilet. I forgot. You know, not the obvious, but, you know, like a joke I was thinking of while I was on the toilet. So anyways, today's program is brought to you by Jokes You Just Forgot. Jokes you just forgot. We'll never know how funny they were. So, excuse me. My lungs trying to escape. Welcome, Pedro, Carlos, and Maximo. And as you can see, today the Lost Begotten channel has issued the no sense stamp for one Generalissimo Fuckery, aka General Fuckery, aka Donald Trump, aka Donald J. Trumpf, aka I think he just added the J in to fuck with me. And this stamp is available at your local post office if you live in the vicinity of Narnia or Mordor. Anyway. And as you can see, we have created some memes, so go ahead and snap that if you want there. 666, the mark of General Fuckery. General Fuckery, brought to you by McDonald's colors, apparently. McDonald's and its colors do not endorse in any way General Fuckery or its Russian spy. Anyway. Yeah, the no scent Drumpy Dumpy scent. So, anyways, I'm still trying to remember the fucking joke. Damn it. Let's check and see if those tweets ever sent, or the twins ever seat, whatever the. No, they're tweets and they never sent. If I have any twins, I'll let you know if they get seated. Are we at war with North Korea yet? No, it doesn't look like we're at war with North Korea yet. I'm sure the real Illuminati and whatever is very pissed about that, and trying to take over the world. Speaking of Illuminati taking over the world, let's check in with our special correspondent, Alex Jones. Alex Jones, are you still with us? Alex. Oh, yeah, aliens coming out of my pants. Okay. That's fascinating, Alex. Aliens coming out of his pants. It's always something different with that guy, isn't it? I can't see Alex Jones anymore without picturing that. So, anyway. Yeah, thank you for your generous compliments there. I try to be a little bit funny when I have time to think. And this morning, I didn't have time to think until I went and had a visit with the porcelain altar. Not like, after a long night of drinking, that kind of thing. Just, just the usual. And then what can I say? I came in here feeling light and lively and felt inspired. I thought of the general downloading some of those general memes. I mean, general images. You know, just the image, and then I made the meme. Just the image, and then I made the meme. See if I have any more that I made. No, just those two for now. And then, of course, I have the cover image, which I cropped from this, which in itself is, you know, respectable. American veterans and parents in general, and parents of U.S. troops, is this man worthy to become your commander? What does that say right there? I saw that cover before. But... And here's the medal for being neat. Oh, that's great. I know you want to see that Trump stamp again. Oh, yeah, here we go. MS Paint. You know it. You see the little upside down pentagram there. Just shows the fucking shapes that I could use. No. Do not use the word admiral. Okay. As a wannabe Navy man, I find that offensive. You know, admiral, when you use it as a pun, it's, you know, something to be admired. There's nothing to be admired about him. General, yeah, he's generally fucking stupid. Like, you know, he's definitely very general. Certainly not very specific. Censored your gardening comment. That's just silly. That really is just silly. So I made a Facebook group. Couldn't find Maximo to add him. Pedro and Carlos would not let me add you guys. But if anybody wants to request an invite to the group or whatever it is that they do on Facebook these days, I logged into Facebook briefly earlier to. I was gonna fucking curse somebody out who insulted my wife. That's like one of the few things I'll log into Facebook for. But she you know, calmed me down. But I was already logged in, so I was like, why don't I update the Lost Forgotten page while I'm here? And so yeah, it is called The Lost Begotten Off Air Chat. So, you know, we chatting here. If y'all want to chat with each other, I just thought like I might provide a place. I made a safe place for you. Oh. And I'm gonna maybe one day either appoint somebody a manager of those groups. If anybody wants the job, let me know. Of the Flat Earth is God's Creation group, the Cold War Never Ended group, and the Cold War Never Ended group is actually I keep forgetting to mention it because it was phase 2, and it's probably the reason why I lost my Facebook. It was around the time of the election that I had started that group, and I used it actually to share information with like the government. I'm not even going to be specific anymore on agencies as far as specific things I shared, unless they're things I've already talked about, of course. You know, with how much of a dumbass I obviously seem like on this channel, you'd be surprised how careful I am with what I say. Because I'm a dumbass. So I just leave you in suspense with the next stupid thing that might have squeezed out of my face. The power of the dumbass. So anyways, I have a pen and a pineapple. No, I have my PlayStation working, like with the game that I bought it for, Gran Turismo. And I don't know if y'all want to see them. I have the flashlight videos of the cockroach. If anybody, I'll leave it up to y'all to decide whether or not y'all want to see more detailed videos of the cockroach. Or the resin that I took a close up. I tried to take a close up anyway of the resin that it left on there. Let's see, that's outside stuff. Where are the photos I just took? Shit. Okay. I took some stills of Bruce. Thanking us for the Mises. There he is looking all pimp. And I have my backup cultures of Mises going quite well. I don't seem to have any fatalities. Just went over, turned the light on this one I have in the bedroom. We're going to top it off with some fresh water before the salinity gets too high. But see, you can kind of see in that first one where he's sucking in air, you can see how skinny he is. They're a bony fish, so they always have, in the wild, they'll always have bones sticking out a little bit like that. They're very hard, like armored kind of fish. But like, for instance, Marlena, the one that I have eating pellets, she looks fat as hell. I'm actually thinking about reintroducing them if and when we get some sort of a loan or help from our secret sponsors for a down payment so we can get approved for a loan to get the trailer and that land for $25,000 for a fucking quarter acre, man. And I would actually be able to develop everything I have planned for my life to help fix the coastline of Louisiana, okay? And frankly, sinkholes north of here have a lot to do with the coastal erosion happening here. Shit falls into the sea. Trying to think of a modern. Estrugaliganes. That's not a fucking word. Estrugaliganes. Estrugaliganes. Let me say it in like a modern accent. Estrugaliganes. That sounds stupid. Estrugaliganes would be underwater rivers, I guess y'all call them, but it's not. That's not what they are. These are places where basically stone kind of acts like reverse osmosis, and rainwater is slowly filtered through these things, and you're talking massive sheets of bedrock, like bigger than Long Island, and these little things will get exposed as the coast erodes, because as the coast erodes, all the sedimentary dirt just starts to fade away, and eventually different parts of bedrock get exposed and they break apart because of the salinity eating away at them. What you got? Patching up the leaks. speaking of which, the laptop is supposed to be here at some point today, before the end of the day. And it's coming on UPS. So they may actually leave it on the porch, because I know the UPS lady, and I told her she can leave it on the porch. I can't hear them drive in while I'm brushing my teeth, and I was brushing my teeth a little while ago, and I didn't look out on the porch while I was doing that. So, here, I'm going to do this. I don't want to upload this because it was disappointing. I might still upload it, but I'll let you watch it anyways. Moment of truth time. Oh, it's back. It works. Apparently I didn't connect the shifter right. So I just need to figure out what's going on with the gears. Or maybe I just win the whole race in third. How about that?
Probably because you switched the settings in the game.
Yeah, maybe. So, sorry about the crappy camera movement. Sorry, you can't slow down. Gotta keep that momentum up. You can hear me hitting the locks on the thing every time I'm making these gentle ass turns. Ah, you're in the way.
Layla.
Alright, which video is this? This looks, no, there's no, that must be the, after I fixed it. This is a victory video. So 150 in third gear. Videos on the other camera. Yeah, so this was after I had fixed it, got my wheel working again, but I had the settings changed. Okay, so that I wasn't even finished bitching about. I made an incomplete bitch about that Thrustmaster T80. I didn't even tell you all of the different shitty things about it. I left you thinking it was more quality than it was. Because, you know, I told you it would have been worth maybe $20. I'd have been pissed if I paid $20 for it. I'd have really been pissed if I paid $20 for that. Which, by the way, y'all, I had all kinds of people sending me messages, sending her messages, telling, and I appreciate it, telling us to buy me a new wheel. Because I don't, you know, I have the fish tanks. That's a lot of fucking work now. It's not a reef tank that it's like a hobby. It's a bunch of different breeding aquariums, so it's a lot of work. But I don't have like a video game that I play other than Final Fantasy, just because it's there. And I only started playing that, like, my wife got it for her and the girls. And I started playing it the first time the game started messing up. And yeah, it was fun for a little while, but like, playing video games isn't my thing. I have back problems, okay? And in order to be able to drive in a car at any time, I need to be able to keep up the muscles. All right? And I've always found myself just in better condition the more I use my steering wheel, okay? Because it's, you know, it's a workout, right? I'm talking the good one. And it's like, I go through a lot of stressful shit on a regular basis. And it's like my de-stressing thing. It's something that I know just by birth I'm really fucking good at. And then I lived in two Integras. I've lived in two different Acura Integras. So like driving to me it's kind of like home. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I mean, if I were to sit in another old Integra hatchback with a black interior like mine, I'd probably just sit there and cry because I spent so much time in that fucking car. You know, like, I mean, I spent multiple Christmases and Thanksgivings just wondering if I was going to have enough gas to even keep my fucking heater running, fucking AC running. And that was only after I got the AC working in that car. I never had AC working in the first Integra. I didn't even know what an AC compressor looked like when I first got that car. I was not a car guy in the first Integra. But like living in the first Integra and learning to love driving that thing got me a love for cars. And then I got the second Integra. Wound up living in it before it was even built. It had literally no motor in it, just a transmission fucking kind of hanging by a mount. And the motor had blown up on the drag strip and was in pieces in the trunk and shit. And waited for the motor to come in. The mechanic who I had offered $400 out of my tax returns to help me put the motor in. He gave me a place to stay until the car was ready. So, you know, that was cool. It was technically a porch, but, you know, it was a fucking place to stay. And so I had, I think it was like maybe $1,500 shipped. I had $3,500 in tax returns at the onset of this particular bout of homelessness. Okay, so I was in good shape at the beginning to get this car working so I could live in it. I wasn't in a position where I could provide any kind of rental history, and I wasn't under any illusions that I could find a place to rent. I did wind up finding the Pizza Hut commune, but that's a different story. The point of this story is fate got me into cars after my mom and my dad both drove like bats out of hell. I mean, but my mom and my dad just both drive. My mom drives like a fucking crazy person. Okay, but it takes incredible reflexes to drive as shitty as she does. And you know, when she was sober, she wouldn't get into wrecks. Or you know, just a little drunk, she's fine. My dad, he's a cab driver and a Texan and a NASCAR fan, Formula One fan, IndyCar fan. He takes driving very seriously. And my front door. Oh, I thought it came open by itself. All right, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, folks. And we're back, and we have more people watching the pretty black screen and the Unicode text. Like, I don't know if anybody is old school enough to realize it. That's not crappy graphics. Like, you know, the graphics get crappy on the headline screen because I'll expand them and the resolution goes shitty. But that font up there, that's Unicode. That's like the old computer geek looking font.
2,000 euros for a license fee?
For what?
A license fee. Driver's license
Oh,
fee.
Jesus.
Sorry, I had to see what the conversation was about.
Hmm.
I was getting curious. It's been an interesting morning.
Okay, so I was talking about the thing I forgot to mention about that wheel. Okay,
It's a piece of shit.
and I feel the need to justify the price that we paid for it based on, like, you know, it being the only fucking thing that I actually do that's like stress relief and fun and that kind of thing.
Keeps them from wanting to kill the people who want to speed past our kids in the morning.
I used to have a workout machine that we could hang on a door frame, but this house doesn't have the same kind of door frames,
Yeah.
so I can't hang the workout machine and do my fucking
Door frames that are
arm
actually
exercises.
attached to
So it's
something.
like, you know, the one thing that I can just do on a regular basis that keeps my back, like, I don't know how to describe it, just that side to side motion of holding the steering wheel and working it helps my back muscle thing. So anyways, it was how much?
87.80 or
Eight-
87.90.
80,
$90
it was $90 fucking dollars. $90. And not only did it completely not work, and I'm gonna no, that video isn't even sufficient to show how little it worked. What was happening in that video that I just showed you was we had fixed my old wheel, and it was stuck in third gear because not only does this wheel, the Thrustmaster T80, this brand new wheel, work with fucking rubber bands and lock, like there's nothing, like you turn it left to right, it feels like you're in like an old fucking Jeep Wagoneer, just nothing. I'm in an 85 Suburban, nothing, and then finally it turns when you get like this far over, and then you have like that much to turn. It's literally, this is your steering play right here. And then, apparently, even though it has a little switch, it has a switch on it that says PS3, PS4. It has a switch on it. It says PS3. Okay? You think, cool, great. That's neat. Great feature. Oh, switch that goes PS3 to PS4. I'm sure they're different, so it need to be different. They tell you have to go into the gamepad controller. Okay, for a fucking gamepad. A gamepad. You know, a gamepad. Not a steering wheel, a gamepad. Where's the gamepad?
Oh, God.
Thank you for the wonderful view, Prop Master. A gamepad.
What?
She's wearing her sparkly pants.
My sparkly pants are the only pants that fit me after all the weight I've lost.
They tell you to go into the menu for this shit. To change the options for this thing. Okay? And they tell you to change L1 and L2 and
R1 and R2.
R1 and R2. And then you gotta make up a key for your fucking horn
And your rear view.
or in your rear view camera.
And your side cameras. Which got the pedals working all the time.
Crushmo, yes. I remember you saying you were from Holland.
I want to go to Holland.
With the MO on the end, I thought maybe that was the same screen name way back a long time ago. Like it was two different accounts from the same guy. Both of y'all from Holland. Maximo, Crushmo.
I want to go to Holland.
Say no mo.
Let's go to Amsterdam, baby. Today is the perfect day to go to Amsterdam.
I want to take a tour of all of Europe.
Oh, the
And
castles in Germany.
And I
are
want to
gorgeous.
charge my ass right in the East Ukraine. I mean, anyways. No.
Stop paying taxes to the parasites. The majority of your tax money goes to Israel and NASA. You know, I agree with that, but you can't not pay taxes.
What do you agree with?
Like that our taxes aren't necessarily used for what they're supposed to be used for.
This is ridiculous. Okay.
It's just you can't not pay taxes.
Hold
Like it just doesn't work that way.
No. Israel. Okay. First of all, Obama, who I'm sure you're a big fan of, cut the funding for Israel. And
I don't know if Trump started it back up.
while that was criticized, he also gave them missile defense. All right. But here's the thing. They never got more than $10 billion a year from us. $10 billion a year. $11 trillion GDP. Okay, $10 billion a year is not a majority. It is a very, 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 very tiny little fucking drop in the bucket. Okay? NASA, what do they get? 17?
I don't know.
17 to 26.
Too,
they got down to 11. Hillary Clinton would have cut them down to about $4 billion a year.
But Trump just signed something.
But Trump,
assuming they're giving NASA more money for it,
who you probably supported, okay, who you probably trolled for, Trump, he's opening up the coffers for NASA. So good job.
Yeah, but fuck our education. Fuck our
fuck our
students needing the
education
college
and
education to compete in the
healthcare and
fucking
everything
world.
else that actually makes sense then.
Well, I mean, education is so important because, you know, we want to talk about how the children are the future and this, that, and another. How are our children supposed to compete with the rest of the world if they're not getting funding for their education? And they're teaching stupid shit like this Common Core math that makes no fucking sense. 2 plus 2 isn't just 4. You've got to add 3 and subtract 5 and put a banana up a monkey's ass, and then you get 4. Sorry. I've already had a rough start to the gym.
Settle down, Vic. Settle down. Well, they can't even see you, so there's
I don't care.
invisible lady off camera screaming.
Yes. What I've always aspired to be, an invisible off-camera lady screaming at people. Get off my lawn! What?
Let me see if I can get the... There we go. All right. Hey, you know, if while y'all are hanging out, if you can get in touch with Joey or I, maybe like we can all do a little hangout, like y'all two could be over there. And Joey, he's kind of on y'all's shift because he works nights. So if you get him on Google Hangouts, he can stream. He's a page manager. Oh, that's that guy, huh? Buddy? You know, the sign of a real fucking moron is calling somebody buddy when they're in disagreement with them. Buddy. That means you're somebody who's never actually been in a confrontation with another man in person.
Speaking of which, administration got so pissed off about that post.
Who controls my Federal Reserve? Oh, the fucking Federal Reserve controls the Federal Reserve. It's a fucking board of people called the Federal Reserve. They control it. Other than that, Congress and the White House control the Federal Reserve. Which, you know, the latter of which made me a little bit nauseous.
I think the post pissed off administration so much this morning they deleted it.
He flies more around the world than anyone in the earth. If the earth was round and if the earth was flat, he would know it.
Wait, so is he a round earther or a flat earther, Lacey? Let's just continue talking about him like he isn't here. Makes me happy.
The post is gone.
Hmm?
The whole entire post from this morning is gone.
Oh.
Administration finally got wind of what was going on it.
Was that on? Did they took Miss Julie's post down, or they took?
No, yeah, they took her post down. They took the entire post down
Oh.
because the comments were just out of fucking control.
Jeez.
He started ripping into everybody who was like telling him what a fucking moron he was, and then he'd fucking come back at them with some stupid fucking bullshit.
I just want to ask him for his address.
He gave us a phone number. I think I screenshotted it. Said he lives on Main Street in Ville Platte. It can't be. Ville Platte's not that fucking big. I can fucking find Main Street. I just fuck. Apparently, he tried his hand at construction down here after the flood, and it didn't work out so good for him. So now he's got a fucking chip up his ass about it.
He's an individual, unlicensed
He's a pipe
contractor.
fitter. No, he's a pipe fitter.
Pipe fitter?
Yes, he works at a pipe fitting plant.
Apparently doesn't know how to fit pipes. And this dude was saying that Miss Julie was a con artist because she wanted to pay him $150 a day for doing fucking sheetrock work. Over $15 an hour for an individual, unlicensed, and he's like a dumbass fucking punk kid looking motherfucker.
And wants to rip into our company. Don't even know.
And picked a fight with us.
Oh, no, it got personal. He started to say that we did horrible work, and I'm like...
Which, by the way, there's not going to be any salary this week either, so...
Well, you know what, but I still did my part and stood up for my company, saying that Miss Julie was a delight to work with, and she's a great conversationalist, and hasn't complained or done anything to us at all. And that, you know, most of our work that we're getting are coming from referrals, so obviously we're not doing a horrible job, because people wouldn't refer us to somebody else if we were doing a horrible fucking job. And then he wants to come and attack my fucking family.
Oh, yeah. Then this motherfucker...
He goes on my fucking page because all your profile and your cover photos are not private.
Posts a picture of us where we are smiling and our teeth are, you know, mine are a bit yellow and crooked. But our teeth are just fine looking, all present and accounted for. And he goes and says something about her toothless family.
Oh, and then we're a bunch of meth heads living in a trailer.
Okay.
And this dude's a white guy who's an aspiring rapper.
I'm guessing that this guy has very little teeth and is a meth head. You know, like kind of person just got no actual talent and thinks they're literally on their Facebook profile, aspiring white rapper.
All right, Slim Shady.
What the fuck? Who?
Who what?
What are you, a fucking owl? Who gives a shit? Okay. Anyway.
Happy 420, everyone.
Remember, I love you. I won't be far away. Okay.
Yeah, we watched Grease 2 the other day. I want a cool ride.
Oh, wait. I didn't show Murphy's the stamps. I mean, the stamp. So here we go. Here's the stamp. How you like that?
I wish we could get that printed on stamps. That'd be awesome. I'd use it all the time.
And here's the meme.
White aspiring rapper. Yeah, meaning he tries to be a rapper. He's attempting to be the next Eminem, apparently. And look up Ville Platte on a map. In Ville Platte, Louisiana. That'll just go to show you, like, it's way out in the middle of fucking nothing. And this guy wants to be a rapper. Oh, I like that one.
All right, enough about fucking Manila Slice. Okay. So, Feliz 420. Feliz 420. Feliz 420, smoke some ganja and be more inteligente. Wait, what? I want to smoke you a Merry Christmas. Okay, never mind. That doesn't even make sense. It's like not even a logical sentence. Manila Slice, you like that? That's not really a white boy rapper. That's a Filipino rapper, isn't it? Selling fucking mangoes on the side of the road. Manila Slice. Okay. That joke was both racist and imaginative.
Woohoo. Covering all your bases.
Um, that's cool, y'all meeting up like that, man.
I know, right? I want to live in Europe again. Fuck. I used to live in Germany. Shit. Amsterdam ain't that fucking far.
Okay, so, yeah. Back to the douche pad. I mean, the D-pad? D-pad. Douche pad. Dick pad. I'm not sure where you're supposed to stick it in, but, ooh, look.
I think
The
that
battery is
I think
a battery.
I think they make an attachment for that.
I don't know, Michael. I don't think I can make that jump. Kit, I'll get you an oil change, I promise. That dude can't drive worth the fuck. I don't know if y'all know that. That was all like a stunt driver, and like it was horrible. How like they talk shit about how like not only could he not drive, but the Kit car itself, it's not a drivable car. It's horrible. Go look. Actually, I think regular car reviews got to review one. You see one up close and personal on that on his Google Glass HD. So anyways, back to the dildo pad. The Thrustmaster T80 steering wheel. Take care of yourself, Lacey, and text often, okay? Or message, however y'all been communicating. So the T80 thing, fucking Thrustmaster, little bitch fucker. The gas pedal and the brake pedal were shift up and shift down. And the shifter on the little column, the paddle shifters on the racing wheel, right? Were rear view and windshield wipers, I think. So not only is it just not worth the crap, but it doesn't even work when you plug it in. You have to immediately go look at fucking tech support shit to try to figure out how to reprogram it just to be able to use it on a basic level. So
That's rain. That's really weird rain. Have you been hearing that? Sorry. It's like it's thinking, or we got something on the roof.
Okay, so anyways, tell them about oil prices, dear. I mean, gas prices.
So gas prices have been going up and down 10 cents in 10-cent increments. I went to the gas station today and it dropped back down again, and now it's $2.12. But we've been paying like $2.24 for the last like week or two.
And what was it before that?
$2.12. It's been going up and down by 10, 11 cents every time. Like the last 3 or 4 jumps and drops, it's been 10 to 11 cents. It's
only a matter of time before gas prices start skyrocketing again. If whether it's war or peace, Russia's gonna have its way. Somehow they're gonna raise the fucking gas prices again. That's what they make all their fucking money off of.
But you know what kills me is we do all this drilling, all this offshore drilling, all this drilling in our land and everything, like on the fucking continent. Why the fuck is our gas so fucking expensive?
Well, it's about international markets and trading. I mean, as soon as it goes on the market, it gets.
But my point is,
traded.
it shouldn't go on the market. Countries, I mean, we should be providing oil to our country first, and if we have leftovers, then sure, put it on the market.
Yep,
but
there's a complete lack of regulation there.
Uh,
Thanks, Republicans. Under every Republican administration, fucking gas prices skyrocket. I don't know if y'all remember this. We were paying $4.35 per gallon under George W. Bush.
when I started driving, we were paying less than $1.
It was $3.89 a gallon at Murphy's Express for their fucking regular. Okay. And that was in Alvin, Texas. Okay? In an oil state. That, at the time, was one of the lowest gas prices in the country. Texas and Louisiana have all the oil we need. We're oil exporting states.
Yeah.
Our gas prices were still around $4 a fucking gallon.
Drive through Baton Rouge at all the fucking refinery, the Shells and the Exxons, and
it was $5 and $6 on the fucking coasts.
And that's where they come in at.
And why? What was different? If anything, the world was actually a lot more peaceful.
The CEOs were
under George
marketing
Bush.
It all. There was no war, so they had.
There was only one war, a contained, relatively isolated war. Now there's all kinds of different fucking wars everywhere, and Russia fucking taking over all kinds of shit. But Obama and the sanctions against Russia and continual regulatory efforts and diplomatic efforts, he got gas prices down throughout his administration.
Yeah, we were back down to below $2 a gallon. I think what was the lowest? Like $1. It was almost $1.50, $1.30 a gallon at one point. I think was the lowest that it dropped to. But shit, like I said, when I started driving, we were paying like 75 cents a gallon.
Driving a U-Haul during the Bush era, oh my god.
Broke down U-Haul at that. Oh wait, no.
No, that was Obama.
That was
Maximo said he was in Northern California with the gas prices.
Oh,
they were like, it was like $8.50 a gallon out there at that point, or at the worst point.
Yeah, California is not very friendly
like
as far as their consumer prices. Cost of living out there is retarded.
So, getting back to the headline screen there, while we're on the headline screen. I don't know if people who own, I'm pretty sure not a damn person in Congress, but when you rent where you live, it sucks. It feels like you have no fucking rights. It feels kind of like you're subhuman. Like everybody who has a place that's theirs is better than you. Now we've paid, since we've lived here, more than $700 a month, and for a total of...
We're going on 5 years this summer.
5 years, almost $43,000. We're at 42 and change right now. $43,000. You got that land over there. $25,000. We could have paid that shit off in 3 years. This whole having to file for bankruptcy thing is really just biting at me, because that's like, we have no choice. it's going to make it harder. Presumably, I would think it's going to make it harder for us to try to get even a trailer company to sell us a trailer and to finance the purchase of the land like they do.
I'm hoping our saving grace is that I'm filing and you're not.
Yeah, hopefully, because it's a separate thing. I'm keeping some of the debts in my name so I can keep my car and stuff, and all the actual debts are in her name, including like past due medical bills and stuff like that.
And shit from my previous marriage that fucking because yeah. It was divided in half, and then when somebody gets killed, it all goes back to the person originally, so fuck.
Shit from the land before good times.
Right.
It's just fucking depressing.
But the lawyer has no concerns, thinks my bankruptcy will go off without a hitch in about a year or two.
Who wants to move to Louisiana? We all come fucking pool our money and set up a few
Commune.
trailers on this. It's a 1/4 acre. We could fit 4 trailers.
The Lost Begotten Commune.
Yeah, something about the ATF and a big fire kind of rings an ominous bell there. Yeah, let's scrap that whole idea. No, but like a fucking group land buy, just like, individual addresses, you can rezone the real estate, I suppose. But like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be opposed to like somebody coming out here to go into the aquaculture business with us. And I know somebody was planning on having a giant garden back there.
Yes, I love vegetable gardens, and I really, really want a vegetable garden, and I can't have one out here because, well, every time it rains, my vegetable garden will drown. Even if I build it up, it'll drown.
So, like, okay, our choices are to try to find an investor who's interested in taking a large percentage of the ownership of the flood-proof housing thing in exchange for, giving us the loan. I'm not even expecting them to come up with the money for the opportunity to own part of a business, but giving us the loan to buy the land, buy a small trailer for it, used, instead of having to finance a new one to, get all that process taken care of. And from there to build the prototype flood-proof house for an aquaculture shop. Because if you want to do saltwater aquaculture near a coast, having it flood-proof is handy. And I figure being able to hold an aquaculture center will prove the weight sustaining capacity of the design of the whole system. Because it's got to float, doesn't it? Because it's flood proof. Well, let's see. They have the, what was it, $58,000 for a 3-bedroom trailer finance, but then they had these. They look like kind of like studio apartments, like the living room and the kitchen kind of face each other, no separation, right? But they got a closet, and then or maybe that's a bathroom.
It's a utility closet.
And then the bedroom back here, and then the bathroom's over in the corner, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And those are $24,000, like brand new, $24,000. I'm just thinking, like,
Yeah,
I used to rent an efficiency apartment for $365. They raised the rent up to $395 a month for a smaller apartment than this. And I'm just thinking, like, man, if you took out a fucking 5-year or just like a, God forbid, like a homeowner style loan on something like that, the note would have to be less than I was paying for rent in the efficiency. Just blows my fucking mind. But to our investors and secret donor type people, if you want to like send notes with the things, we'd love to like hear some of your thoughts. You know, the messages, the what was, you know, for the bankruptcy thing, and then for the laptop thing, that seemed pretty obvious, but like, we're just trying to get to a productive state in our lives, you know? And then a check being issued improperly and then having to be resent this week. And we're not getting our administration salary from Red Stick, which is only $450 a week to begin with.
I don't know, it's
For 420. Oh, speaking of 420, yes, it's $420 a week.
Well, and we don't know that for sure. I'm assuming, based on knowing what the financial status of the company and the workload is.
Yeah, but
I know.
when he was like,
I know.
with the gas money thing yesterday.
I
know. Echo Village, huh? In the netherworld. And in the old port city state of Neverland. As opposed to Neverland, which was Australia. Neverland. Or wait, no. Maybe that's, wait, I got it backwards. That's Neverland. And that's Neverland. Who?
Your nose is like the perfect beak.
Wait. Hey, I'm done. Welcome to the Lost Forgotten channel.
Dutch is pretty close to German, isn't it? German's really hard on your vocal cords.
Dutch is like a Grecianized old German, but then it's so in the middle of everything. It's just been influenced by so many places, you know. I feel like I have to stay here. Like,
Unfortunately.
and it's kind of because I hate this place so much. Which doesn't make any sense, I know, but like, we wound up here on accident. After meeting each other and after awakening and everything. We wound up on accident in the zip code 70777. And it's just, I don't know. Something would have to really significantly change for me to want to leave. Soon, anyways. I plan to leave one day. I'd like to move back to New Zealand, actually. But that's a lot of success away. And I think I need to build my success here and help with the coastal restoration, actually, and the restoration of the Gulf of Mexico in general.
We can do that from Florida.
But that would all start with us not being renters anymore. I can't do shit here. You know, like we can't build a garden. We can't build a prototype house. We can't even fucking leave stuff outside without our landlord saying it's time for spring cleaning. And it's like our stuff, you know? Our stuff is outside. We have stuff outside. We have a shed. We have stuff that doesn't fit in the shed. We have stuff that doesn't need to be in the shed. We have a shelf with wood on it. We have, you know, like, we have stuff. We've lived here for 5 years. We're settled in. And $43,000. And he's asking, what's with the dog? Oh, it's the same dog that we moved in with, that we paid an $800 extra deposit for.
I thought he was gray. Might have needed a bath.
Thought he was gray. And like, you know, Rip takes care of shit around here. He's a good landlord, but he's a landlord, you know. I'm pushing 40. She's pushing 35.
That just makes it even more depressing.
How many houses have we bought in?
Oh,
rent,
don't even get me started.
you know.
Don't even get me started. I could have probably bought a mansion with the amount of money I've spent on rent. Rent and roommates. Fuck. Hotel rooms when I could afford it.
I don't even know like how much a fucking like I don't even know about buying a house. You know, I don't know how much a down payment's supposed to be on something
Usually
for
it's
50 grand.
Usually 10% is your down payment. I do know that much. Depending on your credit, anywhere from 5 to 10%.
Huh. And like if we don't use the shitty trailer company idea, I mean not, you know, the shitty lending company at the trailer place idea. Who do you go to for a loan like that if you have a down payment, you know?
Usually a bank. Sometimes real estate companies, if you're lucky, you can find them. Real estate companies will put equity into something, like wind up owning it and trying to sell it to make money for the company. But that's a rarity. And like you gotta know somebody, like we'd have to go see Priscilla in Florida for something like that, you know.
Not RH.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe the little Benning brother.
You know what? With a down payment, they might do a buy owner sale.
Depends if the person.
There's a lot of. It
depends if the person actually owns it. If it's not, you know, the bank could still have the deed to the land.
Right.
You know, I mean, that all depends.
It's
too.
been for sale for a while and it's empty land. You know.
Yeah, it's done drop. The price has done dropped by like half from what they were originally asking for it 2 years ago, or a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Log cabin houses don't work down here because of the moisture problems.
Yeah, we actually have a potential client out in Irwinville, which is across the lake, who has a 2-story log house and is trying to figure out how to treat it. And that's just really hard to do when it's...
Yeah, they wind up being very expensive down here. Like, it's a luxury thing down here.
And it's not just the rain. Like, we have humidity in the air year-round. Like, even our winter is humid, so... If you don't believe me, go back in the videos and see how frizzy my hair is. That's always an indication of how...
Tried German, but it didn't really work, huh, Pedro?
Oh, God. German and like, Slavic languages.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein!
German and Slavic are very scary languages. It always sounds like somebody's screaming at you. Of course, then when somebody does start screaming at you in Slavic, it's really terrifying. Childhood flashbacks.
Ooh. Whatever that word was I used earlier, somebody should try to write that down and look it up in Basque. Maybe it'll show up too. Every fucking time I've tried that, that's what it showed up as, was Basque. Oh, so anyways. Car Guy Exorcism R34. And what happened?
Maximo. And German is like
German is like a
computer
computer programming language.
right.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know if y'all know about an R34. An R34 is a Skyline GTR, the older version.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Nissan
about
R34 Skyline. Okay.
Freon.
And it was one of the best cars in the world at the time. It had a turbo that gave it like 300 horsepower and straight six, all-wheel drive, and you could even get it with four-wheel steering, all-wheel drive and four-wheel steering, okay? But they wouldn't let us have it in America. They just wouldn't let them import it. And I was just thinking, you know, like, how would that have played out if they did?
Natural selection.
No, there's two ways that would have played out.
Sorry.
Rednecks would have either acknowledged defeat or acceptance.
Acceptance before defeat. Necks are hard-headed.
So could it have literally been a divide and conquer based conspiracy keeping us from having the R34 Skyline? Could it literally be a calculation based on societal understanding and judgmentalism and adversarialism? And they decided, not because it's unsafe, it's actually a pretty safe car, very, very strong body, especially when compared to the domestic cars of the time. There weren't any gas mileage restrictions at the time like there are today that would have kept it from being imported. But it would have straight up won races. Okay? And it was big and long and muscly. Okay? That's what she said. And it was hard and throbbed in it. Wait, no. What were we talking about again? Oh, yeah, Skyline GTR.
Apparently, you're becoming a romance novelist.
I was thinking about Alex Jones's neck, actually.
That's random.
Let's check in with Alex Jones and see how his neck is doing. Alex Jones, how's your neck there? Oh my God, it's throbbing! It feels so good. Okay, that's enough, Alex. That's enough, Alex.
Keep your clothes on.
That's special correspondent Alex Jones.
Is that his character?
Yeah,
that he plays.
No, that's what happens when he takes off his stage makeup from his acting that he does on his InfoWars channel. Yeah, like, seriously, if Dan Brown should be investigating anywhere, it should be the Basques. Okay, because that is the real Aramaic right there. And I'd be very thankful to anyone who made a point of studying the similarities between Gaelic, Basque, and Aramaic. And I get the feeling the key to this might be Japanese. So that doesn't sound complicated at all. Surely I have no problem with that. Oh fuck, I'm not going to remember it again. You got to look back on the broadcast early on when I'm talking about the coastal erosion problem. God, it's fucking hard to pronounce too. It's like Gustlaminaries or something.
I must have missed that.
Gustlaminaries? It's just fuck. Go back and look at it. I really have a problem repeating inspired thought when it's, you know, no longer inspired. And Elvis has left the building. We're talking about cars now. Thank you, sir. All right, so anyways, I think there might be a way to just, like, you know, not even from like a national security standpoint, just from a, like, we need to know what kind of general fuckery has gone on in this country historically, and you need to look at things like that just seem shitty. That don't really seem to make a lot of sense. Who was involved with that decision? Who kept the Skyline R34 from coming into America? You know, just, it seems to me like, you think Ford was afraid of the competition? You know, do you think they were really whining that much about it, Ford? You think they couldn't have made enough import duty on it? Duty. You know, they could have made plenty of tax money off of that. It would have been a hot seller. You know, people who were mostly buying imports anyways would have bought it. But it would have earned respect for the import guys. Okay? Just like they didn't put the K24 Type R Integra here. We had the K20 TSX, RSX. But they didn't ever put a proper Integra in the U.S. They only had the Type R for a couple of years. Funny. It's really hard to get them after that. Because it seems like there's just always been a few corrupt people in the right places, making sure things that would unite the country don't happen. And I think it can be as simple as restricting products that people would form conversations around. I mean, think about how many city liberal, you know, Mexican, Arab, Chinese guys could get into conversations and make friends with fucking good old boy rednecks over their Skyline GTRs. Saw it happen today on the Smoking Tire. And, you know, not that Matt Farah is really a good old boy redneck, but, you know, he's got a little bit of that in him. He's got a little good old boy in him, right? But you could just kind of picture it happening when you watch their, like, just, he is just so thrilled about this car, okay? And the owner, I think he was a little Arabic guy, possibly Persian. And it was, you know, they were bonding. They were becoming bros over that car. You know, an appreciation for the same accomplishments of mankind. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to judge other people about. And seeing car guys as in any way unintelligent is probably about the most prejudicial thing anyone has ever done. You know, just as far as like stupidity goes. Like wrong, 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 wrong. Engineering degrees, you know.
You're wrong. They're useless.
So anyways, right? Everyone appreciates a Skyline. Especially a Skyline without chemtrails. Right. And for the win, we have Crushmo with the smartass comment of the day. Akel. Alright. So, Song of Existence is the name of the witch's Sabbath. Translated, it's kind of a pun. It's God and goddess are there, and then it's also their song, but not their THEIR, there as in their song, like as in the there it is song, but also their song, and also there is God and goddess, her and him.
I believe the word of the day is there.
So that's interesting. Yeah, car guys are smart. Just try to build one yourself.
I like fixing cars.
Yeah, I like building cars. I like when people try to insult my car. That makes me happy. Like, oh, so how'd you build yours? Oh, you didn't. You just bought one.
Built, not bought.
You just bought one with your daddy's money or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. I built mine. It goes faster than anything that looks remotely similar, and gets better gas mileage too. Huh. Comfy ride too. Comfy ride. There, Thor. Eh.
And there be Thor.
There, Thor. There, Thor. You don't
There,
have
Thor,
to
there.
strike anyone with lightning today.
See Thor there. There, Thor there.
Thor, there, Thor.
See Thor. See Thor there. There, Thor there.
There, Thor. See Thor. See Thor throw.
Throw
See,
Thor.
see Thor throw there. Throw, Thor, throw.
There.
There, Thor. Okay, I think we're done. Are we done?
I think so.
Yeah, we're done. Who? I shouldn't have moved that down within my reach. Okay, so anyways, I don't know if you know this, or if like anyone has told you, because they were like, awake and had ears and eyes and half a fucking wit of consciousness. But Trump is fucking an embarrassment to humanity. Not just the United States. Not just to every fallen veteran of World War II and just veterans in general. Trump is an embarrassment to humanity. Everyone like him. Okay? And most of the people that fucking support him, most of the deplorables, what makes them deplorable is they are literally like, if aliens existed, if there were other beings in other dimensions or other planets or other places or anything, they would come here and see these fucking people and just be like, honey, start the car. Just back away slowly. Just keeping an eye out, just making sure there's no fuckery. And they would get the hell back to wherever it is they came from. Because they would see this mentality of just bullshitting, saying anything, no matter how fucked up or untrue it is, just to take more and more. And they would see the resistance to these fucking people scattered and confused. And they would just be like, I can't help this situation. Nanu. Fuck off.
It's Thursday.
Yes, today is Thursday. This is the day that your mama made. Wait. What?
Ow.
And good morning, Emily. So, let's see what we have. We have a couple of embarrassing things that Trump did. I'm sure there's. Let's see. He apparently stuck Kellyanne Conway in a dungeon underneath the White House
In the basement.
and somewhere deep dark in a deep dark hole, much like herself. I mean,
Like her soul.
yeah.
His whole cabinet's an embarrassment.
The whole fucking cabinet. They just couldn't even fucking keep her around anymore. She was such a fucking embarrassment. And Spicer with
Hitler
didn't use chemical weapons. Partisan fucking Holocaust shit.
Alternative facts.
I bet you Mr. With the Federal Reserve thing, who fucking hasn't bothered to learn anything from this channel, and still manages to feel the need to troll me. I bet you he's a big Sean Spicer fan. Maybe that was Sean Spicer. Maybe Sean Spicer is the fucking anti-Semitic troll that fucking just keeps on going around all the fucking places. Really wouldn't surprise me. Like, what the fuck does he do when he's off camera? He apparently doesn't learn anything or practice speaking. Fuck.
The hat.
The hat? Okay, I was going to do the pledge first, but the hat. Trump's fucking at a
It's the
punk
Easter egg
rally or
thing.
whatever thing.
No, it was at the
Punk
Easter
rally. It was
egg
at the
thing.
Easter egg thing.
A little teenage boy wanted him to sign a hat.
Little young teenage boy
Yes.
handed Trump one of his Magog hats. And Trump fucking signed it. You want to tell him?
So he hands it to Trump, and Trump signs it. And instead of giving the hat back to the kid, whose hat it was, he tossed it into the crowd.
Took that boy's hat. Yeah, yeah.
No one can have the precious. That's what I picture, like him looking like Smeagol doing that.
Donald Hunt's giving nasty autographs. Okay.
And then the pledge. It was the national
No, like
anthem.
seriously. I'm so embarrassed. Like I feel the need to like apologize to y'all just for being for not being able to stop this. I tried so hard, y'all.
Do I have
I
to?
tried so fucking hard. I went straight for the fucking jugular, didn't I? Didn't I? Fuck, man.
And there's always that slim chance I'm gonna lose
I'm
my
getting all
citizenship.
fucking emotional now. I love what this country should be. And there's a lot of really good people here. And they don't fucking deserve this. They don't deserve to be ruled by the fucking vocal minority.
The national anthem.
I pledge all orange juice
To the Cheetos.
to the flan of the disunited states of Trumpland, and to the Republican for which it falls, one nation, under Cain, delusionally not invincible,
Very divisible.
with lemon trees and jello for all.
Signed the Cheeto.
Yes.
Anyway, the national anthem comes on, and you see Barron and Melania putting their hands over their hearts, and Melania has to smack Trump and remind him that he's supposed to be doing that too. His immigrant wife had to remind him to put his hand over his heart for the national anthem.
My country 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, on beds I pee.
Green, Ancient, Orange, Pokemon, Pancake. Oh, I like that
My
one.
Russian contacts hide. I imported my bride. I look really fat from the side 'cause I eat chicken wings. Lots and lots of chicken wings with the bone and everything. Picture Trump in like some bar room, not even like fully fledged KFC chicken or anything, like some bar room chicken wings in Garfield mode, just He's already orange. Anyways, so I guess we will save headlines for this evening. And
Pedro liked your song.
he likes my song. Thank you very much. You get a new Cadillac. Okay.
Oh, did you happen to cover last night?
After I get enough, donations to help buy that fucking land, and then start selling. Look. I need an investor. That's what I need. I don't really need charity. Whoever fucking gives me a shit ton of money can just come sign a contract with me and get rich off of this. Flood-proof buildings. Okay? A flood-proof garage for your fucking car.
Maximo.
Flood-proof shed for your fucking tools.
Maximo has a very, very good point. He's never known freedom like this until he lived in America, and now the general fuckery pretends to run it. It's a joke. You know,
Right.
I can relate to that because I come from a communist country. Russia actually ran my country. So
Into the ground.
Literally. So this is an amazing. This is amazing how Americans take for granted all the amazing opportunity and things that they have here. And just the thought that Trump is running the show, so to speak, I don't know. I feel like I have my citizenship in jeopardy. Like every day I hear about the deportations and I'm waiting to see that he's just going to revoke people's naturalization things. I mean, especially because the Social Security office had already fucked up from the time I was 11 until I was 23. And I wasn't freaking even in their system. So, I mean, that's a terrifying fucking thought.
Your mind now protects.
I know. But it's It is. I mean, it's sad. You have people like Trump who just take advantage of it. They don't know what it's like to live in a country that has absolutely no freedom, or what it's like. You get to go to school here and decide what it is you want to do with your life. In other countries, they tell you what you're doing with your life. This is what you excelled at in school, so this is what you're going to spend the rest of your life doing. Die or leave. Those are your options. Sorry,
I just want to see if something shows up on camera right quick. Probably should be standing to make this as fast as usual. But does that look like it showed up?
Maybe barely.
That was a 3-punch combination.
But yeah, you hear about people.
We had a little fun thing earlier about I want to knock out that guy's teeth, all of them. About the guy who made the comment with the toothless thing, and I just whipped up the combo, and I was like, I wonder if that'll show up on camera, or whether it'd be too blurry. And one day soon, I am gonna do my old people exercises video. Maybe with the laptop, take it outside, have some real fun, lose my balance and fall over, that kind of thing. Because I'm old and I get dizzy easy. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just having the thought, if they deported me, where would they deport me to?
I haven't practiced my spin kick walking in a year or so.
Maybe
That's kind of depressing.
Maybe I can go live with Aunt Sandra and Uncle Alexander in Croatia. Go live on Dubrovnik and go spend all my days on the beach.
No, you stay here with me in 77077777. Yeah.
I think that was too many
9-1.
sevens.
I added Zachary on the internet. Why not? The two zip codes got together and mated and form a 14-digit zip code. Yeah. The red mandarin.
That's the most communist part of China. China.
So I wanted to show Merface her little statue that I found.
Why is it always the pointy thing on the head?
That's the Gabriel thing. You know, remember the Gabriel orb that flew above the whole apartment?
I'm not wearing my contacts.
And look, you're standing on an acorn, a tiny fairy.
I'm balancing on 1 foot.
1 foot over another, crucifixion style.
Mm. 4 arms, like that.
And the celestial temple is behind this big seal in the middle.
4 arms.
Yeah, it's I believe that's a Hindu image. And that's that it looks like, remember we found that the cave in Afghanistan or whatever that had the old Hindu Tale of the Usurper goddess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looks like her to me. I believe it was like Surya, something like that.
Well, now you got me curious, Maxima. I want to know what got censored. Because Ireland is magical.
Ireland is a part of Australia. Discuss. So is Northern California. Gateways with giant trees. There used to be giant trees in Ireland. I don't know if there are. Do y'all have like old remnants of giant trees, or like have they discovered any old giant trees in Ireland? They used to have them a long time ago.
I want to go to Ireland. Why can't
They used
we
to have
travel?
them in New Zealand too.
I want to travel again.
Same redwoods as in Northern California.
I've been in one spot too long. My gypsy roots are not used to this.
They would have grown in the island that used to be the Black Hills, but now that they're the Black Hills, there's not enough moisture that far inland to sustain redwoods. They need a rainforest-like environment, subtropical rainforest environment. Anyways, gotcha. You die, we live. Do a cigarette.
Of course it's bad luck to kill a tree. That's a soul.
Rings of trees on top of hills. Those are the trees I'm talking about. Like, they probably debatable whether or not they're trees.
I want to travel again. Ireland was always at the top of my travel list.
There used to be trees that looked like the tree on Avatar on this planet, with people living in them and everything.
Ireland, Scotland, Japan, Egypt. Go back home. I've always wanted to go to Greece. Not really the mainland, but like the islands.
You want that whole thing? Fairy rings are gateways. That's basically kind of like a fairy house, but that works. Am I remembering what a fairy ring is?
They use lots of they use the term fairy ring to describe a lot of things. Like that ring that shows up around the moon is also referred to as a fairy ring.
Yeah, but it's like a kind of like a dream catcher almost, I thought. the stone rings.
Ooh, I like that ring.
Huh. I was thinking of the beaded rings. Do they have any beaded rings? Like tightly woven beads. Would maybe be looked like a bracelet. So here I'll go ahead and show fairy rings. Stone circles.
Mushroom circles.
Mushroom circles? Mushroom circles.
That's actually pretty uncommon to see mushrooms growing around in a circle like that.
Whoa.
Fairy dance.
I was thinking of the basically the original rosaries. Like, okay, there. Emily, maybe you can find this. A pre-Catholic rosary for goddess worship, made out of tiger's eye like stones, like reflective, like moonstone and quartzite and tiger's eye and different. I think 21 of them. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 21 beads. Didn't we find 22 right there? Huh. But that's way too big. But she's a little tiny fairy. Oh. This is getting rather silly. But she's a little tiny fairy. Okay, so that's what the fuck's going on there. Oh, go away. You there. So that's the coolest looking one, I suppose.
Click on that, baby.
I can't click on that here. Oh yeah. Why won't it let me click the thing? Well, that's not taking a long time to load. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's probably infected with something. But yeah. So little mushroom circles. Deer.
Yes.
I want the damn thing. Ah. Okay, so I guess I'll just leave it on this. That's cool right there, though. I really want to load that one. But apparently I can't. Apparently I'm just not good enough for that image. So, worry beads. Fairy forts. And once upon a time, mushrooms are used to communicate with Merlin.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we saw those episodes.
Merlin, who years after, wait, how long was it after I said that I was trapped in a tree? I mean, I've been saying on Facebook I was trapped in a tree for years. But where was Merlin trapped again in Once Upon a Time?
In a tree.
In a fucking tree.
Speaking of which, Hook and Emma.
That was fascinating.
We need to catch back up. Hook and Emma are getting married. We need to catch back up. Like, seriously. Like, seriously, binge watch this weekend or something. Or, like, down 2 seasons at least.
there was something I was having some trance realizations on
Is that true?
late last night regarding manifested cities. I can't remember whether it was in a dream or whether I was even awake. Oh, and it was over volcanoes. How elemental species, I mean, all of them, earth, air, fire, and water elementals all have cities that are like energy based above volcanoes. And that's kind of like what keeps a volcano active, is their presence there. And that was weird, okay? But it seems to me like if reoccurring, these could be similar manifestations, whereas a single mushroom can be a gateway in itself, to make a ring of gateways and make one giant gateway out of many gateways. Oh. Earth's is flat? What is it that belongs to the earth that is flat? Just wondering about the apostrophe S.
Oh.
Yep. Since about 2011. The earth has been flat and highly intangible. I think intangible is a better word for it than flat. Spiritual reality is the most appropriate description. Anyways, apparently fairies are flat earthers too.
Duh.
And well, it looks like we can't look at that right now. So anyways, it is about time to wrap things up, folks. Going to do headlines this evening for the 11 p.m. broadcast.
Maybe I'll be awake for that one.
In the meantime, and maybe Murphy's will join me again too. That'd be nice.
Maybe if I can catch a little nap in this afternoon.
No. So anyways, if you'd like to learn about what Flat Earth actually is about from somebody who's not a shill for a drastic change of pace, you need to see my previous videos. No need to come in here and just, start spouting an agenda for us to immediately debunk, which we will. Anyways, so thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for your comments. Thank you to the new people who joined us today. Please subscribe and click the like button if you are not subscribed, or you have already subscribed. Make sure you're still a subscriber. You can click like when I click the right fucking scene button. There it is. Click like with the little thumbs up button.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Check your subscription. Make sure you're still subscribed.
They knock people off the subscriptions pretty regularly because the actual truth is here. Good night, everybody, or good day, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever the hell it is, whatever the hell it is, whenever the hell it is, wherever the hell you are. Thanks again for watching. Peace.
Lord, it takes my pain back to a place I don't understand. I know, oh Lord, I know it's in my heart and baby down in my soul. You, baby, you can't take it no more. No, I know I'm walking out that door the way it treated me too many times before. walking in the sand.